Hello everyone, it's Tristan from Crafting Worlds. Did you know that Crafting Worlds is a community? You can join it in the Discord link below. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about a keyboard. It is the NuPhy Node 75. This is, I think, the response to Low Freeze version 2, 3, 4, whatever it was, the one with the touch bar on the side that was just in the weird place and the connector in the weird place, because this has a touch bar and this is low profile. Did they play it safe or did they innovate? Let's take a look. So here is the box. I already have the keyboard out. I've been testing it for quite a few days now, and I wanted to really just get into this. So this is what it comes with. All right. So we have a cable. Now, it doesn't have the NuPhy colors, which is interesting, but it's a USB-C to USB-C with an adapter. This is new. We don't see this normally with NuPhy. So it doesn't have that green color, though, that NuPhy is known for. It also has a keycap puller, which, again, gray, which is not what NuPhy is known for. But here's extra keys. And this is the interesting part to me, is that they didn't put these on the keyboard out of the box. It's in the promo photos, but those colorful keys are not on the keyboard out of the box. It also gives you your Alt keys and your Windows key. So this is Mac and Windows compatible. But yeah, interesting choice that they didn't put these right on there. And I'm not gonna put them on there either, because I want you to get the experience of what you will get right out of the box with this. That's it. There's no stickers, no craziness. Like they really played it safe. It's just a manual and that's it. There's no like anime stickers, nothing crazy. I was actually shocked. I was like, where are my anime stickers? Where are my weird anime stickers? And they're not here because they didn't put them in there. So, okay. Here's the keyboard. I mean, when I said, did they innovate or did they play it safe? I have to kind of say a little bit of both. They really played it safe here. This color scheme, I thought this was going to be like black or gray. Like even in the promo images, it shows it with the colorful buttons. See, like that NuPhy look, you know, usually you would have like a space bar. It's a different color too, but no, it's just 3 buttons they gave you that are different color. And they really just were like, hey, we're going to play this one super safe. Like you can get a white one, but it's kind of like a beige one. It's not even white like their normal whites. And then you get a pink one, which is also, believe it or not, super safe. So I was actually pretty shocked by this. That being said, the keyboard itself is actually really well made. And I am really happy with this. So right out of the bat, it has a really nice angle for a low profile keyboard. It has those little feet on the bottom here, the rubber that can go on top of a laptop. Go ahead and you put this on top. What it happens is it grabs. So see this? Look at that. See how it's not falling? Oh, now it did, because that's just, yeah, you wouldn't put it on that much of an angle. But it grabs the keys on the top and the bottom while leaving the touchpad open, and it just keeps it steady. And I thought I love that. NuPhy's been doing that for a while, and I just think that is such a cool idea, especially for anyone that uses a laptop and wants a better typing experience. Now, the keyboard itself is really just function all over the place. Like it's just function. So here's your dongle. Oh, it really goes in there. You're not going to lose it. This is for your Wi-Fi. So you've got your Mac and Windows button, which is labeled. You've got your off. You can actually turn it off, wired and wireless, which is like, oh, that's great. So I really like that you get an off mode with this, because that'll really save you on the battery. And that's great. And apparently this color is going to change. So I have one of the pre-production units, and so this color is going to change. I don't know how much that's going to make a difference, but they wanted me to include that, so I'm happy to do that. Now it also has feeties, and they are pretty stiff. they do pass the slide test. They don't fall over. And then the small feeties do not pass the every NuPhy product. I swear to God, the little small feet just cannot handle I want to eat something up, and they just fall over. So it's just a NuPhy thing. I wish they would fix it, but they haven't yet. So here we are. Now you'll see this dot pattern across the whole thing. They're definitely unifying that. It's also got this like cliff here a little bit. So it's a very small contained keyboard, and then the overhang kind of gives it this like weird, I don't know, it's just a different aesthetic. All right, so here it is on their Instagram. They're basing it off of this, the Braun T3. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. I just know that that's what they're basing the design off of. So this is like the minimalistic keyboard. Like you want this because you want something simple, very straight to the point, and you just don't want to mess around with it. Now, here's some hidden technology though in here. It's that you have a volume control right here. And so if we go back to the desktop, there's my volume control. It goes 2 at a time because that's how I have it programmed. This is programmable, so it will go faster, because right now, when you're doing that, it takes quite a few swipes here to get it, all the way up or all the way down. But there's more functionality than even just that. It has all your normal, key mapping and key binding. Now, it also is just generic software for their like Hall effect boards too, which I find weird that they will let you do this. So check this out. I can go ahead and select the A and D and confirm. Now it's telling me I have SOCDs turned on. That's not possible because this is not a Hall effect board. So I think they need to make it so that the software recognizes what the board is, so that you cannot do something like this, because that is just really confusing. I think the advanced functions just shouldn't show up necessarily. If it's only going to be the Hall effect, then just take that out if you're not plugging in a Hall effect board. That's pretty easy since it's their own software. But yeah, you have your normal key bindings, you have your media, you have your RGB, and then you have your special keys for remapping. Now you have lighting effects. There is not per key RGB. This is the minimalist keyboard. It just doesn't exist. I set it to green because why not? I just did it. White doesn't quite look white. It's a little bluish. So you can't really match that white because, just the way that the switches are. Now the switches, they sound fantastic, and we'll get there. I wanted to really show you the software because here's where you would edit you can actually edit the bar itself. Let me turn off SOCD so that that's not confusing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click key bindings, and then we're going to click the bar. So here it is. So double click mutes your audio, triple click next media, swipe left and right is volume up and volume down. And you can remap these to whatever you want, which is really, really nice, especially if you're using editing programs or you want to use it in different, in like DaVinci, or you want to swipe your timeline, or you want to use it for gaming. Whatever you want to use it for, you can reprogram it for. I do find that it's hard to see when you're like, there's these 2 bumps. Bump 1 is right here, and bump 2 is right there. And that's how you know that you're in it. Hi, cat. Okay, right underneath it. And that's a cat. It's definitely a Hall effect. And that's how you know you're in the volume bar. I do wish that there was like some lighting to indicate that, but they really went simple on this. And I understand the idea of doing like tapping for playing and stopping and stuff like that. But if you have this big chin on the top, why not put some buttons and then have that for the volume only or whatever? I don't know. Like I'm telling you, they really just played it very safe with this, and it's not really super innovative, but it's also not bad. It's actually really good because they kept it super simple. But for me, I would have loved to have seen actual physical media keys up here, and then this being an addition and perhaps a better indicator of where that is. But you can go into your software. Excuse me. It's actually a pretty quick process to update the firmware. It's right through their NuPhy IO, which is great. So you don't have to worry about any third-party QMK and VIA stuff, which can get confusing, and sometimes you can break your boards. So it's nice that they offer this. So it's going to verify the update, and hopefully then I'll be able to know where the adjustment is, because you can step it so it does different steps. Like that was one of the things I had a problem with the low free, was that you just couldn't get an accurate up and down motion, right? Or you couldn't get an accurate volume level motion. And here it is. Yeah. So I just had to update it. And so touch bar trigger count. So it starts at 3, and basically this is how many segments it will jump when you're sliding. So if I go ahead and do, let's say 10, okay? And then I come over here and I drag up. So see, look at that. It's going 10 steps at a time. How cool is that? Isn't that neat? I just think that's the coolest thing ever. So you can literally define how quick or how slow your slider is, how sensitive it is. And that's a really awesome feature. And that was one of the major things I had a problem with the low free. Also, did you see how seamless that firmware update was? That was damn good. So I don't know, man. This is not a super, I don't know. It's not a super crazy design. It's not a crazy color. It doesn't have any crazy features. You can even see some of the screws on the back. It's I don't know. It's plain. It's kind of boring. And you go to the website and you look at the other designs and you're like, huh, beige, pink, gray. Okay. And then this strange dot thing, right? And then this is your only real lighting there, and very simple RGB, no per key, just, a bunch of different random stuff. But then you start to look behind it and you're like, holy shit, it's got feeties. It's already got a really good angle. It's got 1,000-hour battery life. It has Android, iOS, macOS, Windows compatibility. It's got 1,000 hertz polling rate, which is great for gaming. That is a very key thing here. There are very few low profile keyboards that are good for gaming that are not Hall effects. So the 1,000 hertz is fantastic. Hot swappable with a bunch of really nice sounding switches, including silent for those of you who want it to be completely silent. So this is like a keyboard you would use at the office and at your home desk for work. But it's just not going to look super crazy. It's just, this has that really old Mac look to it, right? Even the NuPhy logo, look at that. They toned down everything. Oh, who's being a little attention guy over here? All right. Yes, we know. So honestly, I don't have a problem with the fact that you have a very simplified thing here. Although I wish there was buttons for the media here. But that's just me. And I like that you can edit the way the bar works. I like the little dot matrix on the left that shows you caps lock and different things. I love the feeling of this keyboard. I love the sound of this keyboard. I love the 1,000 hertz polling rate. I love the different switches that it comes with that sound so good. I love the fact that it has 1,000-hour battery life. I don't really care about the fact that it has 3D printing support, but I do like that it offers it. And they even give you 3D printing items that you can print out for yourself. So if we come over here and we take a look at this, not only do you get all of that, but you can also then change it to high profile, like a normal profile keyboard. So if you don't like low profile, you get the exact same keyboard, but as a high profile keyboard. It's exactly what they should have done with the Kick. The Kick was overly complicated. This is $99, which is affordable, by the way, for the low profile or the high profile. And you get that beautiful sound. You get that NuPhy feel and look, although very, very simplified. And you can pick low profile or high profile and then play with it and play with the different switches that they come. So 3 per. And that's just really cool. I don't know. I think they really kind of nailed this in a very like, you want the bare minimum visually to just sit on your desk and not be like an eyesore or take too much attention, but you want it to work and you want it to work for you. And I really feel like they nailed that because this keyboard really does work for you. And everything I've done with it, it's been fantastic. Oh man, they sound so good and they feel so good. And the connectivity, I haven't had any issues with it. The battery life, I haven't been able to run it down yet. The fact that it sits on a laptop really well, it's not exciting, but that's kind of the exciting part about it is that it works. It's not often that you get something that just works. And I've been doing this long enough now where I'm like, oh my God, it all works. Like that's the bar has been dropped, I guess, but it works and it's no stupid design choices. The touch bar isn't in your way. The USB cable is in the back. They give you an adapter for USB-C and USB. They give you little accent keys. It works with their old keycaps. You can change a whole bunch if you want it to be more colorful and crazy, you can do that. So yeah. And then this 3D printing model thing, like you can make a pen dock, a bar tray, phone stand, display dock, brick mount, cap mount, card rest. It's just little extras that kind of add to it and make it, like it's something nice to have. Like they didn't need to do this, but for the people that like to tinker, you can tinker. So you could make this look quite crazy, if you took this as your base, right? And then you just added your own keycaps and went a little crazier with it. You can put their shine throughs. You can mix and match their old keycaps. I really think it's a winner. This is a winner right here. And then $99. I'm telling you, that is a steal. For the low profile and the high profile, the price doesn't change. Well done. Well done, NuPhy. Really well done. I do like where you're going here. I kind of like that this is the direction you took versus like something that's just crazy or like a piece that just sits on your desk because you want people to look at it versus actually wanting to use it. I have loved using this in the time that it's been on my desk. Don't get me wrong. I'm like all in on a full Wooting Hall effect right now with like metallic keys and shit, but that low profile, like inner child that started this whole thing with me is just so happy that finally there is a low profile keyboard in this space that I can say, yes, this does it all. That is your butt in the camera. All right. You know what? This does it all. And you will not regret this. And it's affordable. It isn't overly priced and it just works. I don't know. It's a really good keyboard. Y'all probably want a sound test, right? If I can move this little buddy, you'll get one. Unless you just want purring sound test. That's probably better, honestly. It's more ASMR. Who's ya purring? So yeah, let's do a sound test. I have told you everything there is about this keyboard, but after the sound tests, are you not 1000% sold? Because if you're not, I don't know what's wrong with you. I feel like that is a beautiful sounding low profile board, and their high profile, I bet, sounds just as good. This is like a steal. $99, low profile, fits on your laptop, lightweight. Feels really nice to type on. Has tons of features under the hood. Has this really cool, you know, volume bar thing that we're like with the NuPhy, like, why is it here? It should be here. And it is. It's got storage for your dongle. It's got switches for everything, including turning it off. Bravo, NuPhy. Bravo. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. Is it something you'd pick up? Because honestly, I think you should. If you're in the market for one of these, this is the best on the market right now, I think. So, yes, this was so fun to make this. I really appreciate you making a good board, NuPhy. I don't have to like rant. It's just really nice to have a good board on my desk. So anyway, let me know what you thought. If you liked the video, like. If you hated it, dislike twice. If you want, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.